Hello and welcome to my Winter White series part 2. Jumpstarting today's project, I'm going to take 4 of these 8x10 canvases from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to remove the canvas as well as the staples. I didn't show it, but to remove the staples, I just simply take a flathead screwdriver, get underneath the staple itself, pull it up and extract it from the frame with a pair of pliers. But I don't throw away the canvas because the canvas does come in handy when you are painting or just to use in another DIY project. Now, once all 4 of my frames have been prepared, I am going to take 4 of the 8x10 mirrors from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to fit those inside of the frame. Now, to make those fit, I'm just simply going to loosen up the 4 corners of the frame just until I can get the mirror put into it, and then I'll tighten it back up. You guys, while I was at this particular stage of this project, it just reminded me of how oftentimes in life we can try to make people and situations and things fit in our lives, but the very thing that we often try to hold on to is the very thing that God is trying to tear away from us just to give us something brand new. So that's just something to perhaps help you along your way to, if you need to let something go, don't be afraid to let it go, because I promise you that God has something bigger and better in store for you. You guys, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I humbly ask that you do subscribe, comment, and like. It really helps my channel out, but it also lets me know what you like. And I promise you I have a lot of great content coming your way. Now, once I have the mirror fitted into the frame, I just tighten it up at those 4 corners. And to bring in a little bit more extra security, I'm going to run a bead of hot glue along all 4 sides on the back side of the frame. Now, once that is done, I'm going to go ahead and take a couple of staples and secure those 4 corners just to be sure nothing goes anywhere. After all, you don't want your project falling apart on you. Now, once I have done this to all 4 of the frames, what I'm going to do now is go ahead and adhere them together horizontally. And I'm going to use one of my favorite adhesive combinations. That's the Fabri-Tac along with the hot glue. Now, when you are putting these together, when you squish them together, make sure that you remove any of the excess glue that is coming out. That way you don't have to worry about it later on when you're decorating your project. Now, once all 4 of these frames are together, they're here together, I'm going to simply flip the entire project over, and I'm going to use 3 of these jumbo or oversized crafting sticks from the Walmart. I'm going to cut the curved ends off, and then I'm just simply going to hot glue them over the 3 seams where our 4 frames meet. And after they are hot glued down, I'm going to take my staple gun and I'm just going to bring in a bit more extra security with those staples.
How can I feel the joy of being with you? How can I chase the pain away for good?
So now, once everything is secured and tightened up, I'm going to now go ahead and paint my frame. Now, I'm using a metallic acrylic silver paint. If you want to, you could always tape it off, take it outside and spray paint it. But for me, it just seems like this particular day, just painting was very therapeutic for me. And I just gave this one really good coat of this acrylic paint. Now, while that frame or the frames are drying, I took this sign that I found from the Dollar Tree that said "Let it snow," and I removed the actual metal "Let it snow" words. I drew a circle, trace a circle from that particular piece of wood or the sign, and then I just went a couple of times over it with my craft knife and it popped right out of place. Once it popped out, I just took my scissors and I am just going to go ahead and cut away the excess debris. And I'm going to bring in some sandpaper just to make sure that I sand down the edges so that it's nice and smooth. Now, you guys, the next step is painting. Looking back in hindsight, I didn't do it right, but I'm going to tell you, whenever you are painting these signs, make sure you remove the paper first. I should know better, but I didn't do better. So remove the paper first and then paint it. I promise you, it works out better that way. Now, once I have 2 coats of paint on my circle, I'm going to do the dry brush technique. I know you've seen this over and over on the different farmhouse tutorials, but hey, I'm going to take this and make it glam. I'm dry brushing with the silver metallic paint that I used to paint my actual frames with. And what this is going to do is wake up that white, and it's also going to give our letters, the Let It Snow letters, a background to really bounce off of. So while this is drying, I'm going to take the actual metal Let It Snow sign, and I'm going to mix up some Mod Podge and fine glitter. And what this is going to do is really wake up that Let It Snow, and it's going to give it a little shimmer and a little shine. Now, when you are coating or painting the Mod Podge and glitter mixture over the Let It Snow sign, or anytime you're doing it over metal, I would really humbly suggest that you be generous with it, because sometimes it can kind of separate. Now, once I have completely painted my Let It Snow, I'm just going to bring in my blow dryer and I'm just going to hit it with a little heat to make it dry faster, because as you know, I do not like watching paint or Mod Podge dry. And besides, I was super excited about this project coming together. So once my Let It Snow is dry, I'm just going to simply bring in that circle that we just finished painting, and I'm going to attach it to the circle. And later on, you will see how I further decorate this with some greens. But y'all know I like to go a little extra. So to dot the I in the word it, I'm simply going to take a acrylic gemstone and glue it there, just for a bit more sparkle. After all, you can never have too much sparkle. Am I right? So now that this is done, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my 4 frames, and the rest of my Mod Podge and glitter mixture, I'm going to brush that over my frames. And this is really going to seal the paint, but it's also going to give me that extra pop of sparkle. So when it hits the light, it's going to do something great. So once this is dry, I'm just going to decorate it, and I'm going to show you how I did it. You guys, here it is. I am so proud of this. All I did to decorate this was I bought some of the faux greens from Hobby Lobby. They're 40 or 50% off right now. I just glued them to the top of my frames. I made a simple bow, and to attach my actual Let It Snow sign, all I did was run a piece of ribbon from behind the sign down the front, and I attached it. You guys, if they can always create the farmhouse look with these windows, so to speak, we can do it and make it glam. I think this project turned out absolutely gorgeous. The Let It Snow really stands out because we use that glitter and Mod Podge mixture. You guys, if you have enjoyed this, again, give me a thumbs up. As always, my prayer is that you are blessed and healthy. Until next time, bye-bye.